Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Milk and Honey Money. My name is Karina. I am a stay-at-home mama of 4 with 1 on the way. My family is on a debt-free journey and we use a zero-based per paycheck budget method. We cash stuff twice a month, and if you're interested in our process and progress, subscribe and stay tuned. Today I am going to walk you through a budget with me, and I am using my printable here, my budget binder. So I'm just going to flip to this paycheck. It's going to be pretty minimal. Our second paycheck of the month has less sinking funds and variable expenses because our rent payment and like a lot of our big bills come out of this one. So yeah, it's just gonna be pretty small, but I figured I've had a couple people ask for a budget with me and it's a new paycheck, so here we go. I will show you is kind of how I use this with our variable expenses and our sinking funds. So our fixed expenses go here. I always put gas and groceries, and right now for us, for every paycheck, it's $475 in gas and $600 in groceries. Majority of this goes to my husband because he commutes, and the way that we break up our grocery budget is $600 per check. And lately what I've been doing is I have been doing a big Costco run per check, and that has really been working out for us. And then anything left over after the Costco run is what I use to fill in throughout the week. So like another half gallon of milk or odds and ends, you know, here and there. We are a homeschooling family, and like I said, I have 4 kids, and so we are home a lot, so that affords us to be able to be a what I call ingredients family. So we don't buy a lot of processed, prepackaged, like heat up and go meals. We do a lot of stuff from scratch. So buying the ingredients in bulk at Costco really help us. Okay, so after everything over here, for this check, a variable expense for us is going to be the midwife. And I put her here because the minimum that we pay her each appointment is $600, but I sometimes can do like $900 or whatever. So that to me is a variable expense, so I put her here. And like I said, this is going to be pretty small. So at the end, I'll go back and show you from last paycheck that has more exciting things in it. And then moving on to sinking funds, something I always do for each check is baby care, and I budget $35 for that. Then pet care is going to get $38, and personal care, let me redo. So I don't know about you, but I am a pencil person, probably because I go through and write down and erase a lot on my budget sheets before I get it to where I want it to be. I'm gonna do 40 for personal care, but there are a few things that stay the same, but I like to play around, and pen is just too much of a commitment for me. I'm gonna do 10 to my business for shipping because I just opened my Etsy shop, so I'm going to have some funds available to make sure that I have everything for that. And let's see, so, oh, I forgot to put in the remaining here. 156.20. Now this is going to be 35 plus 38 plus 40 plus 10 is 123. Sorry if you can hear the boys. It's supposed to be quiet time, but is quiet time ever really quiet time? I'm not sure. Usually I would put in some extra debt payoff here, but we're not going to be doing that this time. I will say up here though, I am rolling over $50 from our last check to this check. So that's going to add in here. I like to do that sometimes. If from our first check to our second check, because like I said, this check, there's less for me to allocate because of rent and stuff. So extra savings, I like to put in our account cushion here, and for here, I just do whatever's remaining, either from, today it's gonna be from sinking funds, but usually it's remaining from here. I always leave a little bit in our account. Right, for this check, it's gonna be $33.20. I am trying to build that up. So $33.20 is not the total that's going to be in our account cushion, but from this check, that's what I'm leaving in our account. Let's see. And then I'm going to open this here, and I just like to take this off because I'm right-handed and I don't like to write on these things. So let's see, 727. Our envelope categories are gas, groceries, midwife, baby care, pet care, personal care, a lot of care this time, and business. So gas is gonna be $4.25 in cash. Our budget is $4.75, but I did put $50. My budget for my gas is $50, so I did put that in today using my card. And then our grocery budget is a full $600, but I never pull out the full $600 in cash because I like to order our Nespresso beforehand. So ordering one box of 30 sleeves gives us 562 left. So that's what we're gonna do. So then 562 is what I'm gonna have to spend at Costco and to have a little buffer to get us to next paycheck. And then baby care is 35, pet care is 38, personal care we did 40, and business will be 10. So let's see here. 425 plus 562 plus 600 plus 35 plus 38 plus 40 plus 10 is 1710. Okay, so then let's decide how we're gonna divide it up here. So gas, my husband likes it in smaller amounts. So let's see, 100, 200, 250, 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. And then let's do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 5. Then for our groceries, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4 hundreds. And I'm gonna do 2 50s. Let's see, 2 20s, 2 10s, and 2 1s. That way I have like a good spread so that I'm not trying to make change out of other envelopes and stuff when I'm there. Then midwife is just going to be all 100s, and baby care, we're gonna do 20, 35, and pet care 20, 35, 6, 7, 8. Personal care is gonna get 2 20s, and business is gonna get a 10. So let's go ahead and add these up. So 10 here. And let's see, 5, 6, 7 here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 here. 1, 2, 3 here. And 3, 4, 5 here. So this is 5. This is 15. 10 times 10 is 100. Let's do this. 12 times 20 is 240. 7 times 50 is 350. And 10 times 100 is 1,000. So 1,000 plus 350 plus 240 plus 100 plus 15 plus 5 is 1710. So then I already did my teller breakdown slip for this, but basically what you would do, this one's laminated so I can use a Sharpie, is transfer, 5, 5, 3, all here to get 1710 to take this to the bank. Let me go ahead though and show you a more exciting paycheck. So we're gonna go back over here for our paycheck on the 13th. I wanted to give you guys an example here of how I use this. So what I do is I go through in pencil to do all my budgeting for all my budget columns, and then throughout the 2 weeks I will go in and update in a pen. I have blue right now, so that's what I used, but I will go update in my blue pen what the actuals were for each. So an example of this is like our power bill. So APS, the due date I had budgeted, I had estimated, I guess, was the 18th. It went through on the 19th, and I budgeted $258 for it. I don't know if you can see, my finger's in the way. I budgeted $258 based on last month, and then it ended up being $286.32. So that's what I would do here. I would also go ahead and actualize our income columns as well. And so you can see here 475 and 600, those just stay the same because I pull those out in cash, and I don't generally track like the cash spending in my actuals total here. An example of how I use this variable expenses with the due date, I had a question about this. So what I like to do is I like to put in my subscriptions or anything that I know that could be considered a fixed expense, like a monthly subscription. Like in my mind that would be fixed, but if I change the contents of those subscriptions, the budget changes. So that's why I put it in variable. That's just how I use my sheet. So for example, on the 13th, I was able to use this check to cover our fixed expenses, our utilities and stuff. And then we did our RiseWell monthly subscription, which is a non-toxic hydroxyapatite toothpaste. And so I budgeted 65 and 55.10 was what I used. Also, these little A's right here are for me to know that I'm paying for these out of my checking account and I'm not pulling cash for these. Sometimes I will put cash in here, like over here for the midwife. So not everything has a due date, not everything is cash, not everything is from the account. So I just like to make notes for myself. I did go ahead and refill some of our vitamins, and I budgeted $45 for that, and I spent $42.17. Household, this was like for new air conditioning, air filter and stuff, so I bought that online, and I budgeted $71, and I spent $70.97. Our Young Living monthly subscription comes out on the 22nd. I budgeted $80, and I spent $85.42. Our gym membership comes out on the 3rd, and I budgeted $94, and $94 came out because that's like a fixed expense, but we don't pay it every check, so I put it in variable. And then business, I ordered some things for my launch, so I ordered that from the account, but I budgeted it here for $75, and I spent $71.63. Then I would move down here and look through my sinking funds to see which ones I either need to fill, and then after that I would look through and see which ones I want to fill. So baby care, I always fill on every check. Pet care, I always fill on every check. So with the $35 for baby care, I alternate between buying diapers and wipes. We do cloth diaper, but I only do that while my babies are breastfed or like just not eating solids yet, because I don't like to have to do all of the washing for the solids and stuff. Now my 1-year-old is eating, so he's in Costco diapers. Then pet care is always on every check, and we alternate this between chicken food and dog food. This was a one-time line item here for pigs. We went in with my best friend and her family, and we each bought a pig that we will be harvesting to fill our freezers. And then we have midwife here, but this was another $600 check. So I have done 900 too before, but anyways, so this was 600, chiropractor was 90, personal spending was 50, and business was 10. So we have more fun things here. I also did allocate $50 towards our snowball. Then this was the $50 that I rolled over to our account, to our check this week, and then this was our account cushion, and my pen pooped out on me there. So for the check on the 13th, we were able to pull out $2,101. So that was a bit of a more fun check. Just the way that this works out is just the basic things on the second check that we do for the month. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope it kind of gave you an insight into how I use my budget sheet. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them for you. I can't thank you enough for tuning in and hanging out with me, and I'm so grateful for your time. Like I said, just leave me a comment if you have a question. I love talking with you guys. Everybody in this community has just been so kind and so welcoming, and it just makes me so excited to keep filming content and making products, and I'm just so grateful for your investment in interest into my process. And I can't wait to see you for the next video. Bye-bye.